I just randomly heard about Sovereign. I was looking online for different programs and this one popped up and the website looked good, so we made a phone call. You know, my stay here, when I first got here, I was one sick pup. I was not in a good place at all. And, but luckily, I was here because I chose to be here. Nobody forced me. It wasn't because a judge told me to. My parents didn't tell me to. I realized there was a problem and I needed to get better, so I made the decision to come here. So I was always very open to everything. And, you know, I had my favorite groups were always John's groups. John's groups are the absolute best. If I was feeling like crap one day and didn't want to come, it didn't matter. If it was John's group, I was going to be here because I knew that I was going to get something out of it. And that's where I had my little, you know, flashbulb aha moment, was in John's group. Heidi's groups are always good. I always thought that, you know, the guided imagery and all that kind of stuff was hocus pocus, and it turns out that it's not. There's really something to that, and Heidi is very good about that kind of stuff, so her groups were always good. You know, art therapy, again, I thought was lame when I first got here. And I was glad that my time with Chris was always during art therapy time, so I never had to do it. But then it got switched, and I went in there one day, and I still do it at home now. I've been collecting rocks all weekend so I can go home and paint them. You know, just stuff like that is so relaxing, and you just have to give stuff a chance that you don't normally think would be beneficial or is going to do anything for you. You just have to be open to it. That's what I tell everybody here now that I'm kind of on the other side of it, is that even when you think it's not working, it is. You just have to let it work. And, you know, I can't say enough about Chris. Chris is, I mean, he's the biggest reason why I got better. You know, just working with him was unlike working with anybody else I ever have before. He just gets you thinking about things in a healthy way. Doesn't, you know, lets you vent and kind of, you know, get that side of things out, but doesn't let you dwell. It's like, okay, this is how you feel about it, so this is, what are we going to do about it? You know, he's very solution based, and I mean, working with him was great. Like I said, I just can't say enough about Chris. Anybody who gets him is a lucky person. Like I said, John's groups are always good because that's about relapse prevention. I don't think you can ever have enough relapse prevention. The family groups I really liked because it's not just, we're very selfish in our sickness, especially with addiction, but it's a family problem. It's a family addiction. So learning about how it affects your family and how to deal with your family, I think, is really important, and that was really helpful. I always wanted to do music therapy because I'm a firm believer in that. It was never a group that I participated in. I think that was more the guys' thing that they did. So I would like to see, you know, other people getting to do music therapy also. The equine therapy was cool. I did that once. You know, it wasn't my claim to fame, but it was okay though. It was nice. I think I was one of the lucky people who, even if it was a group that I didn't just completely dig, I was able to find similarities. You know, here's my little AA quote: find the similarities, not the differences. And you're able to get something out of everything if you're just willing to be open and listen. Okay. The house, I was in the women's DD house, and Rose and Eileen are just my angels on this earth. They, you know, I have them in the same category as Chris. You know, they are just awesome people who have so much experience, and they're just so giving with that experience. You know, they literally work themselves to the bone to make sure that we're okay and that we're getting what we need here, and they make this place okay to be at. In the, you know, the darkest times that I had, those two were always there to make sure that I was going to come out of it and be okay. And I know that there was times when everybody had their doubts that that was actually going to happen, because it was pretty dark for a while. But because of them and Chris, I would say they're the three main reasons why I was able to get better. The house itself, I loved the house. I think it's an awesome house. It's gorgeous. You have a gorgeous view, and that kind of stuff is super therapeutic also. You know, you could go up on the big, huge deck and just overlook the ocean and kind of just, go up there, and I would go up there and meditate and pray a lot. And, so the house itself was great. And Orange County is the place to be for meetings. There's the Friendship Center, which I love going there for AA meetings. We started going to a book study, a big book study in San Juan Capistrano, I believe, and that's an amazing meeting. There's just so many people here that have so much experience, and that they're so giving with it and willing to share with the newcomers. And I'm not a newcomer to the program anymore because I have 85 days now, but they never ever once made me feel uncomfortable or like I didn't belong. I thought that I didn't belong. I didn't think that I had earned my seat there, but so many strangers made it so clear to me that I had earned my seat there and that I did belong there. And they were just so willing to just take you in and help you get better. And I was one of those that I thought AA was a cult when I first got here. I was like, skip that, I'm not doing it, I want no part of it, but I went and I closed my mouth and I opened my ears, and it's a great, great program. And if, people take advantage of it, they're gonna get lots of help there. Staff here, for the most part, I'm gonna say like 99.9% is amazing. Great, great people here, different personalities, but that's life. So you have to get used to working with different types of people and how they handle things, and how they handle people. And I've always been able to get along with people pretty well, so that's not typically a problem for me. The biggest thing that I can say is that even when you think it's not working, it is. You just have to give it a chance. And it's so important to, like I said earlier, focus on the similarities, not the differences, because you can sit around and find negative and differences in every single thing that you do. And I forget what the quote is exactly, but something, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right either way. So if you think that it's not working, it's not going to work for you. You have to make it work for yourself. And you will be given tools and coping mechanisms and the things that you need to get better here. I'm so thankful to this place because I got better here. And there was a long time that nobody thought that was going to happen. Chris didn't think I was going to get better. The house managers didn't think I was going to get better. My parents didn't think I was going to get better. I mean, we were talking like being like institutionalized, not getting better. So you just have to sit back and listen and watch and observe. And the people that are talking to you when you're in John's group or you're in Heidi's group, they're speaking from experience. They know what they're talking about. They're not talking from a textbook. They're talking from life and what they've been through. So if you just close your mouth, open your ears, then your stuff's gonna sink in. You may not think it's going to at the time, but then later you're gonna be like, that's what they were talking about. Good luck to all the people coming in, and take advantage of what's here. Every place has its problem. Just good luck and God bless.